time to do something crazy. We need to slim down our collection.
Another YouTuber slimming down their collection.
So if this is your first time watching, my name is Dan.
I'm Elisa.
And this is our JRPGLife. We are a collecting couple. And if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video, because once you like it, we can tell you why we're slimming down our collection. So we have this tiny little room that we put a bunch of games in.
I mean, it's not super tiny.
It's like a regular sized bedroom. It's big enough for the two of us, but it's not big enough for future games we want to buy.
Yeah.
Or really current games we have.
So we don't like things cluttered.
Exactly. We're still overrun with too many games.
Hold on. We could buy a new house.
Not in this market.
Right. But wait, we're YouTubers, so we're like millionaires, right?
Not even close.
No, not at all.
At all. These are our tips on how to slim down your collection and how we're going to do it. So the first step is multi-generational games. So let me give you an example. This is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Where are you going with this?
This is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
No, that's not.
3D. The question is, do you need all three? It's kind of fun to collect them, right? We're keeping this because we're going for a complete 3DS collection.
Right.
This one is pretty cool, but this one, do we really need it?
Probably not, but
Probably not.
I don't have a lot of nostalgia for N64.
This is how I played this game. And I beat it many times on the Nintendo 64.
Because after the Super Nintendo, I was a PlayStation kid.
When analyzing multi-generational games, make the decision on which one matters to you. Mm-hmm. This one, I need to keep for nostalgia. It's a nostalgia keep. This is how I'm used to playing the game, and this is the only way I've ever played it, honestly. I never played these ports.
I feel the same way about Lunar.
Exactly. You could probably sell this.
But the tiny discs are so cool.
They are cool. And it is, uncommon and such, but something to think about. So multi-generational is a big deal. Another option is those that just got upgrades and remasters, right? So this is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Mm-hmm. It's a fun racing game. But this is also Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. It's a remaster port.
Does this play better than the original, though?
I actually don't know. This is sealed. This is the only way I've played this game. This is also on the Dreamcast, and we have it on the Dreamcast. Which one's the best to keep? That's what we're going to be considering when we're downsizing our collection. We will likely only keep one of them.
Right.
So step number 2 for downsizing a collection. What systems do you have that share the same generation? Let's give you a good example. We went complete on Vita. And we're currently going complete on the 3DS. She's laughing because we know what's coming. There are a lot of games on both those consoles. Mm-hmm. Duplicated.
You know what we're not going to go for a complete set on anymore?
Wii U. And you know why? So here's a little backstory. We were considering going complete on Wii U because there's not many in the set.
Yeah.
We can get them all, and it would be fairly cheap, and it's like 200 something games, and we're done.
Very rewarding, to finish the set.
Yeah, put the nail in the coffin and it's done, and we don't have to worry about buying anymore. But then we realized there's a Lego situation. Uh-huh. That's just one of the situations, but we already have all of these games on the Vita.
And the 3DS as well.
Do we need those? No.
No.
So we're no longer going to go complete on the Wii U. We're just going to keep games that we want on system. And the same thing goes for the Wii U that went with the Switch. We're not going to be keeping Mario Brothers Luigi U because it's better on the Switch. So stay tuned for a Whatnot stream in the near future where we sell off our Wii U games and more. Speaking of which, we're going to be on Whatnot on July 26th at 6 p.m. We're going to have Wii U games. We're going to have bangers like Complete in Box Super Nintendo games. So come check it out. Come hang out. We hope to see you there. Another big generation that had like similar games in the same genre on different consoles is the Super Nintendo and Sega generation. Now, there are some games that play dramatically differently on the both consoles, like the Aladdin game, Shadowrun, 2 completely different games, both released on Genesis and Super Nintendo.
How many consoles was Gex released for? PS1, Dreamcast, 3DO. It was on everything.
So how many copies of Gex do you need? I think Scott the Woz would say all of them.
We went with one.
Yeah, we'll stick with one. PlayStation. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it the best one? I don't know. It's fine. The next stage we are taking on downsizing our collection is consoles we don't play. Now, I'm not saying consoles we don't like, consoles we just don't play.
Yeah.
There are exclusives on the 3DO and the Master System that you can't play anywhere else, but honestly, we just don't like them. But there are some great games on the Master System that we've never experienced. We don't have a lot of nostalgia for the console, but if we really want to play some of those games, we can play them on the Power Base Converter.
Yeah.
Power Base Converter. It lets you play over 120 Sega Master and Genesis games.
3DO's gotta go. This game is bad. Pretty much every game on the console's bad. We haven't found one we really like other than Lucian's Quest.
Yeah, and the other thing is our 3DO has been broken for over a year now. We tried to have someone repair it and it didn't work out. Either we buy a new 3DO,
Not gonna do it.
or we cut it out of the collection.
So I think it's time to make some shelf space. So overall thoughts, if you have the space to display everything you want to collect, by all means, or the money, right? We just like to play our games, so we really try to only collect games we're gonna play.
Yeah.
So these gotta go.
With the exception of our complete sets.
Yeah. We're really excited to announce today's sponsor, Aviate. Check this out. This is a limited edition Flyboy Capcom 1942 automatic watch. This is a watch that was made in the style of the Capcom game 1942. This is Aviate's first ever collaboration with a video game, and sure enough, it's one of the first ever shoot 'em ups I ever played as a kid, so I'm really excited to show this to you. It's a great mix of those that want to look nice, but also want to be a little nerdy. I know I like that. It's available in 2 colorways, and it is limited to a production of only 300 pieces each. We also have an exclusive and unique discount code that when you use it, you're going to get 20% off all the full-priced watches, and let me tell you, this watch is phenomenal. You gotta get it before they run out. Thank you so much, Aviate, for sponsoring this video. The other major topic to consider when downsizing your collection is whether you could find the game in the future.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be selling games that we're never gonna see again for a good price, like random Vita games.
Right.
But N64 games, while they don't come up very often in the wild, I can still replace this for $15 and the value's not really changing.
And like something that's easy to find pretty much anywhere is Mario games.
Yes, and those aren't changing in value very much other than like Mario 3D All-Stars for Switch, which is going up recently.
Yeah.
But all those individual games that came before it, they're all still pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
With reasonable prices.
I mean, if we sold like a copy of Super Mario World, right, for the Super Nintendo, we would be able to find another copy same day.
The next way to downsize our collection will be to consider what we have multiples of that we really don't need multiples. And what I mean is different qualities of a game. So we have this game complete and we have this game loose because our goal was to have a playable one at first, and then we eventually found an upgraded copy. Some people like to collect a sealed version of a game and a loose version of a game. We're not really into that.
No, that would just be more space to take up, right?
Yeah, and if you buy a collector's edition of a game, then you should open it and play it, in our opinion.
So something else to consider is, what do you have hooked up right now?
Yeah, is it easier for you to play an Xbox game or a PS2 game?
Do you have a PS2 hooked up right now, or do you have an Xbox hooked up right now?
Or do you have a modern console that can backwards compatible play this easier than this one? And if it is more accessible now, will it be in the future? If so, you might want to consider getting rid of the game version that is a previous console generation that you just don't set up very often. Another thing to consider when we're downsizing our collection is how we play the games with friends. This game can be played with 4 players. This game, only 2. Is this a game you and I play together, or is this a game we play with all of our friends? If we don't know, we have to keep both, unfortunately. That's just how we collect. But if you do know, then maybe that's the most consideration you should take. So over the next 4 to 6 months, we're going to be doing these downsizings, and maybe we'll take you along for some of it. We'll see, maybe a before and after. We plan on downsizing a lot of games, hopefully a couple hundred if we can. We'll see how it goes.
40% was just a Wii U.
Thank you all for watching. If this was informative, please comment below on what else you would add to that for how you downsize your collection, or maybe why you should never do so. We'd love to hear your opinion. So until then, thank you for watching, and remember, the couple that plays together stays together. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Well, we could just downsize this whole room and fit it on a single memory card because of emulation. Sure, if you want to do that, but that's not us.
Yeah, if you did, you would have a cool room you could sit in that's full of video games around you.
And share with your friends.
Yeah.